Facts about brilliant Isaac Newton. 1. People did not expect Isaac Newton to survive because he was born prematurely and so small. According to estimates, he could have arrived up to 15 weeks early. 2. Before Isaac Newton was born, his father passed away. When he was 3 years old, Newton's mother remarried, but his stepfather forbade him from moving in with them. Grandparents were chosen to house Newton. 3. Newton suffered from stuttering. Charles Darwin, Moses, Marilyn Monroe, and Winston Churchill are a few other well-known stutterers. 4. Newton enjoyed making lists. He once compiled a list of all the sins he had committed up to the age of 10. Threatening my father and Mother Smith to burn them and the house over them made the list of things he didn't like about his stepfather. 5. Sir Isaac Newton revolutionized natural philosophy as well as mathematics, physics, and astronomy. He is regarded as one of history's most important thinkers and a major force behind the scientific revolution. 6. For 1 year, Isaac Newton served in the British Parliament. He didn't say anything other than to request that the window be shut. 7. Newton's mother tried to turn him into a farmer after she lost her husband a second time, but he detested it. She was persuaded to allow him to go back to school by one of his teachers. 8. After experiencing bullying in school, Newton was determined to exact revenge by becoming the top student, thereby creating scale models of windmills and sundials. 9. Over 50 million words worth of notes, manuscripts, and correspondence were left behind by Isaac Newton after his death in 1727. This is sufficient to produce 150 novel-length books. 10. Newton's family and friends burned or hid some of his papers out of concern that he would be labeled a heretic. Newton specifically rejected the Holy Trinity doctrine, which was viewed as a heresy by Catholicism, Anglicanism, and the majority of Protestant denominations. Some of his papers weren't finally published until the 1960s. 11. Isaac Newton and Robert Hooke, a scientist renowned for his microscopic experiments, had a protracted feud. In Hooke's opinion, Newton's theory of light was flawed, and he also stole some of his ideas and published them as part of Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematics. 12. Isaac Newton and German mathematician Gottfried Leibniz famously disagreed over who made the discovery of infinitesimal calculus. Both claimed that the other had appropriated his concepts. It was later discovered that they had independently discovered this area of mathematics. 13. Queen Anne knighted Isaac Newton in 1705 in recognition of his contributions to science. 14. The majority of historians think the myth that an apple fell on Newton's head was made up. 15. Galileo passed away in the same year that Isaac Newton was born. 16. Voltaire claimed that Newton lacked both passion and weakness and avoided women at all costs. Voltaire claims that the doctor and the surgeon who were with him when he died have confirmed that. 17. Prior to Newton, the word gravity in English meant something serious or solemn. Additionally, it indicated the quality of weight or lightness. 18. To commemorate the Royal Society's 350th anniversary, a NASA astronaut brought a piece of Newton's apple tree aboard the Space Shuttle Atlantis. The Royal Society was a scientific society that Newton once served as the leader of. 19. Newton personally located and questioned suspects while he served as the Master of the Royal Mint, and he had forgers put to death. 20. Newton, who was 26 years old, was chosen to serve as Cambridge's Lucasian Professor of Mathematics in 1669. The first was him, and he was the second. Stephen Hawking, who held it from 1979 to 2009, was the 17th person to do so,